This is the Hori Split Pad Compact, and it might be the best way to play your Nintendo Switch in handheld mode. I'm gonna unbox these and compare it to the original Hori Split Pad Pro and some other controllers you might be more familiar with to find out if it's worth the hype. So hit that subscribe button if you like Nintendo Switch unboxing videos, and let's go. The Apricot is definitely what I'm most excited for just because it's like red on red on red, or is it purple? I don't know, but we're gonna start with this two-tone here because I think this also looks super awesome. Oh, okay, don't open them upside down by accident. Wow, that is like some type of off-white situation. Oh, these sticks already feel awesome right out the gate. Dude, what compelled them to do this kind of color scheme? Dude, I have no idea. Let me know what you think about this, you all. I think some people are hating on this. My first thing I'm noticing is it's so squared off on the edges. What are they doing with these sticks? I don't know what's going on here, but these look very awesome. Now, obviously, they are smaller than the regular Split Pad Pro, and whether or not you like that is all going to depend on your individual hands and your fingers and how they feel to you. We're gonna put these on the Switch here in a bit, and we'll get the entire impression of what it feels like to be actually playing this thing. But these buttons so far, they're plastic now too instead of rubber. I think a lot of people are gonna like that. I didn't mind the rubber buttons, but that's kind of nice. Before we get too into the details though, let's check out this other color. Wow, this is such a unique looking color. It's not red, it's not purple, it's kind of pale, like it's unusual. I want to say too, the color, it's a little less red than what it looks like on the camera, but look at this weird texture on the back. It looks wet, but it's not. It actually gives it a little bit of grip on the back of it. Kind of a unique thing there. The sticks on this pair, they do not feel as smooth. In fact, as you can already see, this one is sticking. Oh wait, you all, I figured it out. You have to click them in. Yeah, so they were kind of like raised up, you know what I mean? You just gotta push it in, and now it's like normal sticks. Now let's do some comparisons. These are the regular Hori Split Pad Pro. The Hori lineup is different from these controllers because they don't have batteries. That means no rumble, no amiibo support, no gyro, and they can't be used wirelessly. That does mean though they're super lightweight and you don't have to charge any batteries. They're most similar to the Nixie when it comes to features and size, but I'm still going to compare it to the other ones just to give you a frame of reference. Okay, that feels pretty good. Obviously, compared to the Joy-Con, you're getting a D-pad, which you don't get on the regular Joy-Con, and you're gonna get a little bit more size without it being gigantic. As far as the sticks go, you're getting a lot more travel, and it actually feels a lot smoother with the movement. Now, I'm not sure if you get as much travel as you do with the regular Split Pad Pro, but we'll take a look at those here in just a second. The buttons are a little bigger, and yeah, they're a little bit more mushy, to be honest, as well. They don't quite have as much click. I don't think it's gonna be a big deal, though. To me, the big thing is these sticks with the better travel, and these buttons right here, they're actually raised up a little bit too, which some people might like and some people may not. This is your turbo and your shortcut button, which is actually on each controller. On the back, you have these shortcut buttons right here, and you can actually map these to whatever button you want, as long as the button you're mapping it to is on the same controller side. This means I can make this button be L or R, but I can't make it be A or B. You can simply have it work like a regular button, or you can have it to where you hold it and it's actually going to act like you're mashing that button, or you can make it to where you just tap it once and it just automatically mashes the button for you, just like the regular Split Pad Pros. Now, to give you an idea of the D-pad, you can obviously see the difference here compared to the Pro controller. The Split Pad Compact feels more mushy, but it does feel a bit better whenever you're jumping between up, down, left, and right, because it's curved a little bit on the edges. So if you're moving around a lot with your finger, it's actually a lot more smooth. I like the fact that the screenshot button is raised up because you can feel it when you're playing. One of my complaints with the Pro controller is actually, I'm not sure which one of these buttons I'm pressing. Let me know if anybody else does that. Maybe it's just me, but I like having this up here and this down here, just like the Joy-Con. When it comes to the face buttons, they're not as mushy as the Pro controller, although they are kind of mushy, but they're actually, I think, better than the Pro controller, and this will just give you an idea of the size of the buttons as well. Honestly, I feel like the Pro controller has huge buttons, so I'd put more of these like in the category of just being a normal size. And it could just be me, but I feel like the sticks have slightly more travel than the Switch Pro controller. It's super close though, and they're nearly identical. And the grip is really good too. The L and R are pretty similar, but of course you can't beat the comfort and the ergonomics of the Switch Pro controller. They do feel better though than the Joy-Con. Now let's talk about the Nixie and the Hori Split Pad Pro. Yes, the classic rivals. They're very similar in design, but now we add another form factor into the mix. Remember, the Nixie has rechargeable batteries, gyro, and rumble built in. They're also about the same price, but I will tell you this shape, it just doesn't fit right with my hand. Now that's gonna just depend on the person, but for me, that part is just way too big. With the Hori Split Pad Compact, you just don't have that, which is why it's called compact. This should give you an idea of the size difference. And with the sticks, I mean, it's so close. I really love the rubber of the Hori, just like I liked on the original ones. But I gotta say, again, I feel like there's more travel on the Nixie, and this just really feels like an Xbox One controller. So it's not gonna be quite as good of a stick, but still, I really think they feel really good. The buttons on the Hori feel maybe a little more mushy, but also less travel. Triggers feel about the same, where the bumper, I gotta give the point to Hori on that one too. Also, the Nyxi doesn't have turbo. They do light up though, which looks really awesome, and I honestly don't really care about turbo. For the D-pad, I wanna say I like the Nyxi better, but really they're both just different. The Split Pad Compact is exactly pretty much the same D-pad as the Split Pad Pro. The Nyxi is flatter, and I think it just feels more responsive. I don't know, it feels better to use. It's just really not as tough to press down. I do find the Hori to be a little bit cumbersome. When it comes to the Hori Split Pad Pro, you can see they're just about the same width, but when you turn around to the back, you can see there's this longer arch that ends down to a point where the compact, it just kind of quickly finishes this hump and goes down all the way to the bottom. They also don't jut out as far. I do want to say when I use the Split Pad Pro, I feel like I've got a really wide grip, so that's kind of nice to have that change there. Just keep in mind, this means the buttons will be closer together, so that might mean your fingers, they're going to be a little bit more bent than you're used to on the Split Pad Pro. But if you're weird like me and you actually like using the Joy-Con, you might be used to that already. Also note that the texture is different on the back. The Nixie and the Split Pad Pro almost use this honeycomb kind of design, where the compact uses that splatter texture. It's actually a little less grippy, which, you know, you might be a fan of or you may not be. I think it gets the job done. The sticks are obviously smaller, but I think it's the same travel, maybe slightly shorter. And the buttons are definitely smaller, although they don't awkwardly fall off the edge anymore. The shoulder and trigger buttons are smaller, but they do feel exactly the same. And again, these buttons are plastic where they're rubber on the Pro. I think a lot of people will like that. I actually liked the rubber. I think people thought it was weird, but I did enjoy fidgeting with it, and I thought they felt cool. What do you think about the Hori Split Pad Compact? Does it seem like something you'll be picking up? What controllers do you use right now? I'd love to hear from you all in the comments below. As a person who loves the Hori Split Pad Pro, I think these are an awesome combination between the two. I think the designs look super awesome, and I can't wait to see what other designs they come out with in the future. If you like Nintendo Switch unboxing videos, please consider hitting that subscribe button and then tap one of those boxes on your screen, and I'll see you over there in another video.